All right, I'm going to go ahead and screen share with you. I'm going to go ahead, let me move this over here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this short sheet of paper, just kind of mix it up a little bit because we're doing the one sheet of paper. So this is really talking about applying the distributive property. And the distributive property is where we take a number and we carry it through or multiply it through. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to look at terms, okay? And specifically collecting like terms. We're going to be talking about coefficients and the word constants, all of that good stuff today. So this is great, great vocabulary. So I'm going to come back up and I'm going to add stuff to this. Let's go ahead and let's do 6. Okay, we'll keep to 6. All right, so the first thing we'll look at is the distributive property. So I like to say with the distributive property, it's like trick-or-treating. So when you have a 3 out front here, you want to take this 3 and you want to multiply each piece in here. So if this were me, and here you are on my front porch, I want to give candy to you and candy to you. So I'd go 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 2 is 6. That's as easy as it gets, okay? But you just can't distribute to the first, because the second person's going to be pretty mad they didn't get candy. All right, let's try. So that was our first example. Here's our second example. Let's try this one. Let's apply what we know with our negatives. Are you ready? Wow, there's 2 terms here, 6 and a v. Well, I'm going to do the numbers first. So what is negative 6 times 2? That's negative 12. Now, how many v's do you see? You see 2 of them. So that's v to the 2nd power. Okay, now, what is a negative 6 times a negative 3? 2 negatives make a positive. And don't forget about the v. Last one. Ooh, fraction. Remember, fractions are friends, not food. It's a funny, okay? 1/4 times 4. Well, what's 1/4 of 4? That's 1. And then don't forget about the c. 1/4 times a negative 8. Whoops, I forgot to draw my second. So what's 1/4 of 8? Well, it's going to be negative. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. Do I have to put a c? No, that didn't have a c. Okay. Questions on that so far? All right, now it's your turn to practice. This is the point where you'd want to stop the video. Okay? Hopefully you got 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times 3 is a positive 12. All right, number 2. Negative w times w plus 7. Again, try to do it on your own. Stop the video and try it. Well, a negative times a positive is a negative 2. W and W make W squared. A negative, so I could even put this as a negative 1. A -1 times 7 is -7. And don't forget to bring along the W. All right, last one. All right. What's half of 2? Well, that's 1. And don't forget the M, because it's all multiplication. 1/2 of 4. Well, that's easy. That's 2. And it's negative, -2. Okay. The other piece that we're going to talk about is terms. Okay. What are terms? Well, terms are pretty easy. Terms are just, you know, parts of the expression that are held together by addition or subtraction. Okay, so the terms here would be, this is a term, this is a term, and this is a term. Okay, now of those terms, we have something called coefficients. Okay, so let's take our same. The coefficient is the number that's in front of the variable. Okay? In this case, I'm going to use my, what's my number in front of the variable here? Well, this is easy. It's a 1. Actually, it's a -1. And it's a 2. Okay? Notice I didn't put the 8. Well, the 8 is something different, friends. The 8 is a constant. And a constant is just a number. Because it's constant, it never changes. So in this case, we only have one constant, and that constant just happens to be an 8. Okay? So constant is 8. Okay? So the big thing about that is practicing, do you know the terms? And actually, you know what I want you to do? On our last piece right here, we're actually going to, I'm going to break this up into two things, okay? The first thing is like terms. We can only combine like terms. They have to have the same variable part. So for example, -x plus 2x, whoops, plus 8. Who are the like terms? Well, that's easy to see because we just said they have to have the same variable. So you need to look. It's just an x. So I have just an x. Oh, look, and just an x. Whoops, and I really should have circled them together because I always should put the sign beforehand. Those orange are the like terms, the only things that we can put together. All right, here we go. So I'm going to do -3y plus 3y plus 2x plus 7. Okay. So like terms, coefficients, and constants. All right, are you ready? Here's your terms. negative 3y, comma, positive 3y, comma, 2x, and 7. Awesome. Okay, who are like terms? So who's alike? Well, that's easy. The two y's are alike. So again, I'm going to use my color. The like terms, negative 3y, comma, and 3y. Well, who's the coefficients? Well, first of all, the coefficients are the numbers in front. So let's see. Well, that's easy. Negative 3, 3, and 2. Those are the only ones that have variables. And sad face, who's our only lone constant? It's 7. Okay? And don't forget to make sure that you include any signs with it. Okay? All right. I'm going to give you one more, okay? And I'm going to have you come up to the top real quick. And I'm going to have you do it one more time. Are you ready? So I'm going to give you one more. 3x minus 4x squared minus 6x plus 2. All right. So friends, can you give me the terms, the like terms, the coefficients, and the constants? All right, are you ready? 3x, negative 4x squared, comma, negative 6x plus 2, meaning positive 2. All right, now who's like terms? Remember, like terms are dealing with who has the same variables and even to the power. Well, right there, 3x, negative 6x. I can't count x squared because that's different. So 3x, comma, negative 6x are like terms. All right, my coefficients. Three, negative 4, negative 6, but I can't count the 2 because the 2 doesn't have a variable. So 3, negative 4, and negative 6. And last, my constant, here he is. So sad, all by himself. It's 2. Okay, thanks.